Today I am showing you the ultimate, the best Fortnite tweaks you can do to your PC to make sure you get the maximum frames possible whilst making sure you have zero delay as well. Let's get straight into this video and actually fix your PC. The first setting will be on Fortnite. It's literally just one quick setting. Make sure you scroll down to the very bottom whilst we see advanced graphics. What we're looking for, by the way, is NVIDIA Reflex low latency. How this works, when you should have it on if you have a high range GPU, you should have it off if you have a low range GPU. So for example, I have a 20 series GPU, I have this off. If you're unsure whether to have it on or off, literally comment down below and I'll help you guys. Now going into our Windows settings, and just before we do, by the way, if you want the best PC tweaking app, make sure you check the link in the description and have a look at JINSHI tweaks. All of the pros are using this, and if you're thinking what pros actually use this, Twy, the solo cash cup winner, is literally using JINSHI tweaks to make sure he has the maximum frames possible and the lowest delay. So make sure you guys check it out, and of course when you are on this site, go and explore products and use code YT10 if you actually want to save money. Again, this is for if you're very serious about PC tweaking and getting max frames. Now the first tweak that we want to do is head over to the search bar, by the way, search advanced, view advanced system settings, click onto it just like so. We're going to be greeted with this page, system properties, performance right here, go on to settings just like so. Now for Fortnite, this is super specific and super easy, by the way. Most PC tweakers say to have a couple enabled. In my opinion and many other developers' opinions, make sure you just go on adjust for best performance. Yes, okay, your game will look slightly worse, your desktop will also look slightly worse, but the frame increase you get is genuinely so much better. So press apply, press on OK. That was the first tweak already done, and of course leave a like on this video if you want more Fortnite tweaks. Now we can move into our next tweak. What this is, right click on the bottom, go onto task manager just like so. We're going to go onto services right here, go onto open services. What we're looking for is a massive service that is constantly using up so much usage on your PC that, again, not many people talk about. So what we're going to do is scroll down until we see the P section, and whilst we are on the P section, what we're looking for is print spooler. Again, do not disable this if you use a printer, by the way, because you're not going to be able to use that printer anymore. What this is, constantly in the background, every single second, your PC is looking for a printer to connect to. You do not want this whilst you play Fortnite in endgame, getting that max stutter. So literally go into properties, startup type disabled, press apply, press OK. The second quick one that we want to do is, of course, I've said this multiple times, is sysmain, highlight it just like so, properties disabled. This is bottlenecking your PC. That's the next tweak already done. We're going to fly through this. And now for our next tweak, like I said, this isn't just for maximum frames, this is also for zero delay this video. So make sure you press Windows and R so run pops up. And yes, this is super simple, by the way. What you want to do is type regedit just like so. What we're going to be doing from here, press on OK just like so. Now we're going to be greeted with multiple files. Do not worry, this is super simple if you literally just follow along with me. What you want to do, go onto computer, bring that folder down, H key current user, bring that folder down, control panel, bring that folder down. What we're doing is making sure your mouse actually has zero delay. So what you want to do, highlight the mouse just like so. Whilst we're here, the mouse threshold 1 needs to be on the value data of 0, making sure it has 0 milliseconds. Now mouse threshold number 2, make sure again, value data of 0. Like I said, these are super simple, yet so effective, but I'm not gonna lie, these don't even compare to JINSHI tweaks. You can see how many tweaks we have on here, and we've had over 1,000 purchases now. This is the new era of tweaking. We just did JINSHI tweaks versus EXM, by the way, and the benchmarks were literally crazy, so make sure you check that video out if you want to know more about that. Now we can move into our next tweak. Now for our next tweak, this will be a keyboard tweak. Again, super important that we have 0 milliseconds on our keyboard, making sure it's fast as possible. What you want to do, head over to the search bar. This time we're going to search for control panel. Once we're on control panel, go on to ease of access. Whilst we're here, go on ease of access center. Now whilst we're here, again, super simple, literally just click this link right here, make the keyboard easier to use. And whilst we're here, by the way, please do leave a like on this video and comment down below if you want to see any other games. Honestly, I will appreciate it so much. Whilst we're here, we want to go into keyboard settings just like so. Whilst we're here for the last time, what we want to look at is the character repeat. Firstly, we have the repeat delay. You want it as short as possible. Right when you press a keycap, you want it to instantly register. Now the repeat rate, how quickly should it actually register? Obviously, this is literally common sense, fast as possible. If you have it on slow, obviously when you press a key, it's going to be slow repeating back to your PC. Making sure you have it on fast right here. Cursor blink rate, make sure you do not touch this. Yours can be on this line right here, this line right here. This one literally does not matter whatsoever. Mine's on none, for example. Press apply, press on OK. Now whilst we're here, we need to do one more thing. Go on to set up sticky keys just like so. Make sure all of these off. You do not want sticky keys on your PC. Super bad for you. Now the second thing we want to do is make your aim that tiny bit better. So press that back arrow, press the back arrow again. Whilst we're here, make the mouse easier to use. Whilst we're here, set up mouse mouse keys, click on that link just like so. What we want to look for is the pointer speed, the top speed. Do not touch this, by the way. Wherever it is, leave it how it is. The first thing we need to look at is the acceleration. Make sure this is as slow as possible, making sure mouse acceleration is actually off. Again, your muscle memory will not be used to your mouse aim if your acceleration is on, for example, here on fast. You can have so much acceleration, you're not going to get used to it ever. So from here, what we're going to do is press apply, press OK. Simple as that, already done. Also, as for the tweaking utilities, by the way, we also have JINSHI KPM tweaks to, again, make sure you have zero delay genuinely on your mouse and keyboard. As you can see right here, we have loads of settings. And of course, if you just go onto my website, literally go onto right here, the complete path, by far, this is the most popular, by the way. Everyone literally loves this one. So make sure you give it a go and instantly you will see results. Now, moving to our next Windows tweak. For this one, we're going to be making sure all of your processors are actually working. Super simple to do this, by the way. Head over to the search bar. What we're going to search for is system configuration, just like so. The startup selection, of course, you want the selective startup. Tick that with the first two boxes. Press apply, press OK. Now we'll go on to the boot section right here. First of all, the timeout. This is super important. And again, you guys are kind of have to estimate what timeout to put. If you have a high-end PC, like a NASA PC, have a 0-second timeout or a 1-second timeout. If you have an average PC, go on 3-second timeout. If you have a very low-end PC, go for a 5-second timeout. For me, I have quite an average PC. As you can see, here are my specs. AMD Ryzen 7 5800X 3D. Good CPU, but a very, very bad GPU with it, just 2070, which brings me down to a mid-range PC. Timeout 3 seconds for me. Now, what we want to do to make sure all of our processors are working, number of processors, tick this box, with the maximum amount you can possibly have. So for me, it's 16 processors. Press OK. Of course, if you have 8 or if you have 4, it does not matter whatsoever. Just click the maximum amount. Obviously, if you have one processor working out of 16, your PC is going to feel 16 times better when you actually have the maximum amount. So press that just like so. Press OK, press apply, press OK. One last thing we need to do is press Windows and R at the same time so run pops up. Whilst we're search TMP. Now, you have to do this, by the way, like every other week on your PC. If not, these items will pile up. These are lines of code running in the background of your PC, using up usage. Literally not good for your PC at all. Press Ctrl A to make sure everything's highlighted right here. Literally delete it. Do this for all current items. Press skip, just like so. It's all deleted. Literally takes a couple seconds. Make sure you do that every couple of days. Now that is the end of this video. Please do leave a like and subscribe. And of course, if you're playing, make sure you play to win and actually check out the best PC tweaking apps.